Okay, guys. Yeah, we're well. You know what the title says. Am I spoiled, or has the GS spoiled me? Yeah, and I'm gonna hop on the bike and we'll talk more about it. But I did make some changes, and I just wanted to show you. So some more stuff keeps coming in. So now we got the dark windshield to match the dark wind deflectors. This is a BMW piece. It's a little pricey, but I tried a Chinese knockoff and it didn't fit. But they took it. They didn't even take it back. They just said, "Keep. We'll refund your money, and you can just throw it out." That's how bad the fitting was on it. So I said, "You know what? Let me go with the German the BMW stuff that's so expensive, but I like the way it looks and I like the way it fits." These were Chinese. I mean, you guys know I put this, but they fit perfectly. These are, I think they come out of Italy. I forget even get the name, but I don't know. But yeah. So now I got the dark look is the way I like it. It's getting there. So. It was out yesterday. Had the camera going, but I kind of screwed up my video as always, so I can't post it. Was out with a bunch of guys. It was really nice, mid 60s, and water. It was a little rain. It was like the ground was wet in the morning, so I got a little bit of dirt here and there, making it look like a real GS. So next thing I'm going to order is, I did order it. I ordered a new hanger for the rear, for the muffler there, so I can get rid of these because I'm not going to have any passengers on it. So I just want to make it clean up the look in the back. But yeah, it's coming along good. I'm pretty happy with it, and I got that murdered out look just like I wanted. I don't see myself doing much more. They make a decal kit, guys, for here that kind of matches this. It says GS over here. I might get that, but because that's not the most attractive part of the bike, no doubt. But I don't know what else I can do cosmetically. I think I've pretty much, I know I'm probably forgetting something in my head, what I can do to make it dark it out. I just don't know. It's got the look I want. Yeah, so I'm just still not sure. All right, so hold on a second, guys. All right, I had a break for a real quick second. Yeah, I'm at the lake as always, but I'm over here. You can see the lake in the foreground, and yeah. Cloudy, cold day. It's like 46, but I wanted to ride. I wanted to make the video because I screwed up yesterday's video. And yeah, I'm not sure what else I can do to it for the look. I mean, I got going to trade for the plastic one instead of the cast piece for the rack back here, but that's not going to really change the look of the bike at all. I don't know. The wheels, everything. I don't know what else. That's it. I guess that's it for the cosmetic. I don't see myself doing anything more for cosmetics. But you never know. But it definitely, a header is definitely a must. A tune is definitely a must, with velocity stacks and DNA filters. So I think with all that, hopefully it'll be pushing close to 160 at the rear wheel. So, me, I'm all about performance too. So, yeah. Oh, I did. I guess I showed you that already. We have the cover here. What else, guys? I guess that's it, guys. All right, let's hop on the bike and we'll talk more why the GS has spoiled me. And yeah, I think it'd be pretty interesting to talk about, see what you guys think about my thoughts on why this bike is just so good. It's just these type of bikes. It doesn't have to be particularly the GS. These adventure bikes like the Ducati and the KTM and the Honda, the Africa Twin, and the Tiger. I mean, those kind of all fit in the same category. I think the Versus would be the same. I'm not sure about this V-Storm because I guess they make a big motor. It's a V-twin. I don't know. I don't know a lot about that bike, but yeah, we'll hop on the bike and we'll talk about why the GS is spoiled me. Okay, guys, we've switched cameras and let us go for a ride and talk about the bike that has spoiled me. Yes, I think I did say what the temperature was. It's shows 46 degrees. And I'm gonna have to, put the camera. Yeah, oh, I just put the camera. I just noticed I put the screen down lower because obviously it's we'll get some dirt on it. Obviously, it's going to be hard to see because it's smoked, so I don't want it to be too high because I don't think it'll look good. But we'll see. I don't know how much wind's going to be on the mic, but we'll see what it sounds like. Anyway, we're going to try it anyway. But one thing I did notice, I set this on the way here. I set the screen a little bit lower, and I just noticed, which I don't think anybody's mentioned this. Let me just get some air in here. I don't think anybody's noticed this or said this one on reviews or anything like this. The screen went back to the place where I left it. That's kind of cool. It didn't go back up, you know, all the way up. Wherever I left it, which is kind of midway, it's that's kind of cool that it just remembers where you set the screen. Now, I've never heard anybody mention that. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah. Always got to do one little blast. I wonder how the wind is really going to affect the mic on that, because the screen is like halfway. It's not too bad. It's just getting like the top of my helmet where it's at. But anyway, I don't know. Which way should we go? Which way should we go before we talk? Let's go this way. All right, guys. So back to the original discussion, as I always get off topic. Why has this bike spoiled me? Well, come on, guys. This bike does everything. I tell you, it's going to be rough to explain this. I'm going to see if I can go through some steps here. If you're a sport bike rider, off-road rider, cruiser on the highway, want to go on trips, like your bike to handle, you like naked sport bikes. And I might have to bring that screen up a little bit. I'm getting a little bit of wind. I hope you guys can see in the front. I'm trying not to get wind on that mic. Anyway, if you're in that category, this bike is going to fulfill 95% of your needs. It handles like a naked bike, and like a sport bike. It's just so, and it's not particularly with the GS. I just biased about the GS. I think the Multistrada is probably, arguably probably a faster and maybe handling a better bike. I just like this platform better than the I like the power of the Multistrada. But if you're in that category, the only category guy that I probably wouldn't jump onto, but I know that he would like it, is maybe a guy with a bagger, the guy who's on the Gullwing, the guy who's on the K1600. He just wants touring, highway touring. But what happens is, this is great on the highway touring, but when you get off the highway, this bike is so agile and fun. You don't worry about it if you got a little dirt road. It just fits so many. I just think people need to ride it instead of just making fun of it, because I know a lot of people make fun of this bike, Starbucks bike and everything like that, and maybe they're not too thrilled on how it looks, which it's an adventure bike. I'm cool with it. I know the Panigale and it's a beautiful bike. All the MV Agustos are gorgeous bikes, but they're not always functional. These bikes just fill so many. It just fills so many slots. The only thing it's lacking for me is the top end speed, which is kind of ridiculous to have it. I mean, I don't need that top end speed, but I want it. But otherwise, it fills every need. It's a sporty, fun bike. And then it's comfortable, yet it handles so well. I'm more comfortable going into a turn with this bike than I am my Street Triple, and the Street Triple is made to handle. I know it will stick, but this makes me more secure. Don't ask me why. It just does. I just don't ask me why. So like I said, yeah, I know, and it's an expensive bike, but I tell you, if a young person gets on this bike, or not even anybody that's not used to a bike like this, I know they're going to love this bike. And so basically that's why I think I'm spoiled. This bike just does everything for me. Now the weather's supposed to break. It was nice yesterday, it got cool today, but Tuesday is supposed to be up to 75 here in North Carolina, so I'll have the triple out. And it'll be good I haven't had the triple out in a month, so I can't wait to get back on the triple so I can, give my comparison, because I haven't been on the triple in a while. But this bike, and I know it's a cliche, I've said this 100 times. Only one bike, I'm going to have a GS if it's only one bike. And this GS, I know it's not liked by a lot of people that are former GS owners or 1250s owners, because I had a 1250. But this bike is the GS, not the GSA. It was made for a guy like me. It's sportier. It's just as comfortable, as far as I'm concerned. Some guys say it's rougher. I don't see that at all, or firmer. It's made for me. This is a very sporty bike. It sits a little bit different. It doesn't have that big presence that the GS did, and obviously not the GSA, but it's just, I think the bike was just made for me. It was just, I'm just so, I wasn't sure I was going to be happy with it, but as I seen more road tests about it, and they were doing, more, I was just getting to like it more and more. And I said, man, if I could get a deal on this bike, yeah, I could see myself getting one. And then what really was the kicker on it was how much it responded to tuning, because I was disappointed in the horsepower. And now that I know I can get probably close to 160 at the rear wheel, which is like 175 at the crank, I'm ecstatic. So I mean, because I love the platform. So this is basically all those things I'm just saying is I'm spoiled. This bike has spoiled me. I could not be happier riding on this bike. Yeah, maybe some people say it's a little boring maybe to them. It doesn't have maybe the character of the old one. I don't get that. I don't see that at all. But, and maybe it's not, I don't know, it doesn't, I guess I'll give it one thing, guys. I'm all over the place. I'm not a big fan of the sound. I know some people like the sound of a Boxer. The favorite bike for me for sound is inline fours. That's the sound I like the best. I do like my Street Triple, but inline fours are my favorite. I do like the V4 from Aprilia. I haven't really heard, I haven't ridden a Ducati yet with the V4, but those do sound really, really good too. So even with the exhaust, it's probably not going to sound the best, but at least it'll be louder. Like I said, I'm not a big fan of it. So, that's one little knock about it. But the overall package of the bike is phenomenal, and it's just spoiled me. It's easy to work on. It's so comfortable to ride. I mean, I don't have the screen all the way up, and it's still relatively comfortable. I'm getting a little wind on my helmet. Hopefully it's not too noisy with the mic. Yeah. So it's a phenomenon, and it's expensive. I get it. It's expensive, but and I'll go back even with the 1250 guys. Just to, and I understand why you guys don't like it, but I had a 1250, and I'll agree. I did make a mistake selling it. I wish I would have kept that bike. That bike was a phenomenal bike. Back on 581? Yeah, we go back on 581. It was a phenomenal bike, and it was a mistake to sell it. And if I still had it, I probably wouldn't have bought this bike. This is just a slimmer. I'm not going to say more agile, but a slimmer version of my 1250. And like I said, I know some people don't like that, but they're phenomenal bikes. And I've been trying to put it into right words without sounding like a fanboy or overly gloating or just like, you guys that have GSs, you know how I feel. I know there's the people that knock them, that have all these issues or whatever they have. All bikes have issues, no bikes are perfect. But this bike comes pretty close to being a perfect bike for me. I cannot see any other bike that would be this close to it because of everything. And now, granted, I like power, guys. And the Ducati and the KTM have power, but I don't want to work on those bikes. And they don't have a shaft drive. So this covers everything. That's, I mean, I know the Multistrada is a fast bike, but this covers everything. And the Multistrada, there's just too many downfalls to it. Plus, I never get to seem to get a deal on a Multistrada where I can always get a deal on my BMW. I always get good prices when I buy BMW. So it just fits me really, really well. Yeah, so I guess that's it, guys. I just wanted to tell you that. I mean, I know kind of when I'm jumping all over the place, I'm kind of laughing at myself. I'm thinking of what I say, but it just fits so many needs for me, and it fits my what I want out of a bike. If I had to give up all my bikes, I wouldn't be giving up much except for the top speed. And then if I get the horsepower, then, and I don't get the look. But it's just a phenomenal machine, and it absolutely has spoiled me. Oh, we got a road closed ahead. Let's see. So I'm gonna turn down this block, I guess. All right, I guess I got those two lights. I wanted to get away from those lights. So yeah, guys, throw in the comments. What do you think? Am I just being such a fanboy, and there are issues with this bike, or it's not that great of a bike, and I'm just kind of overlooking it because I don't know what the reason is. I just like the bike. If I didn't like it, I wouldn't buy it. I mean, this is my second one, so who knows? But I'm a happy guy. I'm spoiled. The bike spoils me. Every time I get on this bike, I always have a smile. This bike never disappoints me. Oh, my hand's all over the place. But this bike never disappoints me. Never. It's just so cool. It's just a cool bike. I'm just loving this thing. All right, guys. Let me just put the shield up real quick when I say goodbye and see how bad it is. All right, the windscreen's all the way up. It's nice and calm now, but you can't really see much unless I stick my head up, and I guess that's a downfall, but I like the way it looks. But all right, guys, that's it. Now, we'll talk to you guys later.